This is traditionally the moment where the GM takes over and talks.
Sin has been doing such a great job doing producer stuff and trying to keep us on track and on time that for a second I thought I was in Sin's game.
I just have that authoritative gravitas.
I was like, oh yeah, so Sin's in charge. I'm just here to vibe. Completely forgetting I run this campaign. Hi y'all, my name is Nox. Welcome to Nerds with Dice, and this is Mask the Puzzle Project, Episode 7, The Night the Stars Dimmed Out. Hi, we're gonna go around and introduce our cast. Like I said, I'm Nox. I'm your benevolent overlord of a GM, and I am many people all at once in this campaign, especially this episode, because God, there's a lot of NPCs now. Thanks a lot. This is Sin's fault. So, speaking of things being Sin's fault, hey Sin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Sin, Synthetic 20 on all the social media that matters. Apparently, your new benevolent overlord. But also, today, I am playing Rory Igneous Ajax, the Nova playbook. And both myself and Rory go by they, them pronouns.
Shit, I also have pronouns.
It's usually me next. Okay.
It's usually Jilly. Hi, I'm she, her really quick. There we go.
Hello, my name is Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly, most places on the internet. Today, I will be your Violet. I'm playing Vi Tox Fairtree, a reformed villain who uses the reformed playbook. My pronouns are she, her, and Tox's pronouns are she, they. Usually it's Mary next.
Okay,
Mary.
I think it's Mary and then Skylar and then me.
Then Skylar. Okay, so hi, I'm Mary. You can find me at Nerd on Wheels 15 or the Nerd on Wheels on social media. I am playing Hazel Crowley, and my pronouns as well as Hazel's are she, her. And she's also otherwise known as Metamorphosis and is the Beacon playbook. And then it is Skylar.
Hi, I'm Skylar K. Swift. I will be playing Zara Almudahir, also known as Rail Spike, who is the Janus playbook, torn between the mundane everyday and an exciting double life as a superhero. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats, and you can play my tabletop games for free at Skylar K. Swift on itch.io.
Hi, I am Elle. I've continued to be Elle for all of you wondering. You can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic, some variation on the social medias. Today I will be playing Sasha Hecate Morgan, who is the protege playbook. They have a great mentor and they are currently doing not so great, kind of murdery. They did come back from the dead, so it's fine. And both they and I use they, them pronouns.
Sin, question. Do I have a script for opening today?
Oh, I don't think there are any.
Is it just a
updates
sponsor?
to it? It should be. Oh, whoops. I apologize.
Well, it's all good. I know this. We are sponsored by Grinding Coffee Co., which is a Black and LGBTQ plus owned coffee company. So go in the chat for more information and use the code Gunmetal Blues for a discount. I've been doing this that long that I remembered that, but not the fact that I'm the GM.
It's a 10% discount too, which is not bad at all.
That's
Really
good.
Coffee is really good. Also, we have merch because I forgot to update the thing. I'll figure
We have
it out.
merch.
We have merch?
Yeah, there's Nerds with Dice merch.
I didn't know that.
I just put it in the chat so you can link to seeing all the merch.
I want us to have mask specific merch with like quotes on it.
Mhm.
I think that would be really fun. But
Can we get a shirt that says, "Oh shit, I'm the GM"?
You know what? I'll pass that one by Sophia and see what we can.
I think that there's a a lot of moments that we can make into merch. I believe in us.
Yeah.
I'll mock the designs up.
I
Murder is
believe-
not rude, like last
I
episode.
believe in our
Yeah.
ability to actually start the game.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, so let's
I
do
feel
that.
like it's misplaced, but you do you.
Really quick content warnings. This game does deal with themes of ableism, gentrification, and this episode especially is going to be an emotionally heavy episode towards the end, as one of our characters will have a decision to make about who should be saved. With that said, please keep your headspace into consideration. If you can't watch this episode, that is fine. We still love you. We want you to be safe and be the best version of you that you can possibly be. With that said, I'm not even going to ask if we're all ready. Y'all have to be ready. We took way too long to get started. we're raising Sin's blood pressure as we speak. So, with that said, we open the comic book and we go to the first panel in Gaia's hideaway that Sasha has brought everyone to. Sasha, you led Rory and Eddie to. Eddie has been in a fresh change of clothes and is laying down on the table. You said that the table can heal, Eddie? Is that what you had said?
Yeah, it's got some magic stuff from our sorcerer homie. Shout out to
Alright.
the sorcerer homie.
Can you roll me a d4?
Oh, dang it! I don't have a D4 ready. I need more dice.
I keep giving you all things to roll that aren't related to the dice that actually we use in this game. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It just means that I need more dice justifiably.
As you're finding your d4,
Yes, as I'm
Um,
finding my D4.
we go to the next room where Vi is texting Judgment, "Where the fuck are my cats?" And Judgment is being cryptic. Vi, can you roll and assess the situation?
Okay, that seems like a thing that I can do. It is that roll is a thing that I add to a thing too. Is it superior? I feel like it's superior because I'm very bad at that. Roll plus superior. Sure is.
I had to
okay.
pull up the moves.
You're gonna be great.
Are you sure about that? I rolled 4 plus nothing, so
Okay,
4.
so
I'm
mark
very
potential.
sorry.
Potential is great.
Potential. I have great news. I just leveled.
Oh!
Awesome. So, with that said, Judgment's just being weird, and it could definitely be just that they've had a day. But you know that your cats are safe. They FaceTime you to show you, the kittens.
Yeah, I require proof of life for sure.
Yeah, they show you the kittens who are like leaning all over them. One of them kind of like tries to take off Judgment's sunglasses, and Judgment's like, no, 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 no.
Which is objectively important decision because Judgment does not need to be wearing those inside. It's
Yeah.
more a fashion statement.
They're in a room, and you can see actually several pictures in the background, and you can tell that this is Eddie's room. There's literally a giant sun tarot card tapestry hanging on the ceiling, and there's pictures around the room that you can see. But yeah, no, everything seems fine with Judgment, and Judgment's like, yeah, I'll stay here until y'all are done with wherever you're doing. Let me know how Eddie's doing. But cats are fine. Everything's
a hostage
great.
situation? Are you demanding like something for their return? Like
They're returned, dumbass.
I'm looking at them on FaceTime.
I can't go to where you are. You're in a secret hideout.
No, am I?
You're
Yes,
secret
you
hideout.
are in a secret hideout.
Oh well, I could be not in a secret hideout if you
I'm
set
gonna
up.
wait and come to Eddie's.
I hate you.
I did that. You just said set up a meeting. That is literally what I'm doing. I'm setting up a meeting. I
know,
will
but you're
take your
managing to
time.
do it in an annoying manner somehow.
I have been told that I can't do anything in a non-annoying manner. So
That
you know
is
what?
accurate.
This is just
Someone
me being
is
me.
telling you the truth.
Yeah, well, you're being annoying too. I'm glad you're not dead. Bye. Hangs up.
And I think that, like, for the next hour, Vi is just filled with, like, the rage of telling everybody, Judgment hung up on me. Did you, like, can you believe?
That is
just-
incredibly rude.
That is so rude. I feel like Via knows that Elle will understand this and how rude
Sasha
it is.
immediately commits
Yeah,
to like
Sasha.
Judgment is the rude person in this scenario.
Right.
I don't know how to get this statement to come out of Rory's mouth, but at some point, as you're telling them about this, I want the statement to be like, "How did you become so perceptive about hostage situations?"
Well, I was involved in a number of them over the years.
Oh, that seems like a lot.
Mm.
Mm.
And I think Vi is just like, and then there is no like guile in Vi's expression. It's just like, yeah, it was pretty heavy. Sometimes, I mean, sometimes the hostages were light. Sometimes they were children. But
And on that, hey,
Either way, I got a
Mary, what is
3.
Hazel doing? Oh, you got a 3. You removed 3 of Eddie's conditions, so now they're at
Woohoo!
only 1 condition.
I'm the best.
Plus the
at
flustered condition, as we said. So
But that's permanent.
that's permanent. That can't be removed. Unless due death. Anyways, so Mary, what's Hazel doing?
I think that Hazel is trying to patch everybody up the best way she can, check in on people. I think that is just how she's keeping her mind busy right now. It's just constant moving, constant work mode. I don't think she's taken a second to sit or be quiet. So I think she's just kind of buzzing around the secret hideout, just helping out where she can. Making sure that everyone has used an ice pack if they need it, gets ace bandage wrapped if they have some sort of arm or leg or ankle injury, just making sure everyone else is on tip top shape.
I think while I presume Hazel is getting Vi to ice her knees because of her grievous baseball bat injury, that she will literally never let go of, ever. Um, I think that she says, "We're gonna find your friend. I promise."
Oh, yeah, of course, definitely. That's, yeah, we'll
I know it might
find
seem
him.
like it's not a high priority because we're like trying to like, unfuck some things, but
We've only been back for 24 hours. Not even that yet. So it's really it's not a big deal.
Okay, but I want you to know if you need to like vent about it, then I am like super good at that. So if you want like a venting buddy, then I'm totally like you don't vent very much is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I it's sometimes hard to I was taught to be quiet, so it's hard not to be.
Well, I just want you to know that I'm here to listen or like break things. In fact, breaking things is extremely fun. 10 of 10, highly recommend. Um but also if you just want to like vibe and like not think about things. I mean, obviously there are like quote unquote healthy coping mechanisms. What are they? Don't know her. But um, we can like hang with the cats, which are allegedly fine, according to Judgment who hung up on me, but that's a separate issue entirely.
I would definitely like that.
And then um I think Violet starts to yell for like someone to get Hazel tea, but usually it would be probably Hazel who is like doing the like caring for people, and so Violet's like, "Wait, that's me. I should get tea."
I can get tea.
No,
I'm
I'm not
happy.
making you get tea for yourself. Like
Like
that's
I need to be busy right now. That's the best way I can handle things.
so what I feel like is I've just tricked you into making tea.
I was probably gonna make it anyway.
Okay.
As this is happening, Skylar, you know what I'm about to ask you.
Ooh.
Odds or evens?
Ah!
Spooky.
How about odds this time?
Thank you. Thank you. That was evens.
Ooh.
No.
It's not necessarily. Odds or evens is not always a bad thing. Sometimes I'm just
It is-
ADHD and can't make a damn decision.
It is always a bad thing.
Here's the
Not for
thing:
me.
when a GM asks you to make a decision and is then happy about it, there is an implied threat there, Knox.
That's so
No,
true.
the implied threat comes from me asking for you to roll for take a powerful blow.
Oh
Or-
no.
And
Oh
it's
my goodness.
psychic,
Okay.
not physical.
Oh, that's fine
Let
then.
me-
Oh, you're asking that? No.
They're gonna roll take a powerful blow
Ah.
from me.
That's good. I got a 6.
That's good. That's under, so you also still
Yeah.
mark potential. As you kind of wince a little bit, but it feels like something. It feels like something stood in front of you and took a blow for you, and you are suddenly not in the room. Everyone else still sees Rail Spike there, standing there, staring off to space. But Rail Spike, you are in. It smells damp, earthy. Also smells like oil paint.
Whoa. Hey, Starry Night. That you?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
And it was odds.
Ah.
There's no response. Everything is dark, but there's still color in everything, except for, of course, the gray figure curled up on the floor, not moving.
Oh, goodness. Let me assess a dangerous situation.
Go ahead.
Oh, beans. That's a 4.
Are you gonna go up to this figure?
I think that has to mean that Zara goes up to the figure, right?
It can mean what you want it to mean.
So
I think
this
it would be interesting.
this is one of those times where I'm like, okay, we're leveling up. That's what's
We're leveling
important here,
up.
right?
I'm just on that grind, you know? I'm getting that potential. Hustling.
Do you go up to the figure?
Yes, I think Zara's approaching the figure.
It's Starry Night. She's not moving.
Oh boy.
And while the room, like I said, it's not like her sketchbook. The sketchbook, you could feel that there was heart put into the beach that you were on. This feels wrong in every sense of the word. And it feels like somebody took Starry Night, everything that made her her, and then poisoned it. Like a mockery of her sketchbook.
Oh no. I think Zara's gonna like kneel down and kind of try and like rouse the figure and be like, hey, like, are you okay? Are you like still with me?
Odds or evens?
Evens.
She stirs. Help me.
Ooh, okay.
Help
How
us.
how do I do that? What do you how do we get out of here?
The world is going to fall soon.
Okay, it's gonna fall.
The world is going to fall soon. Death is here. The hangman will return.
Okay.
The star will dim. the stars will dim. And they stare like past you to the side. Mom, I miss you, Mom. I want to go home.
Zada is gonna look to the side just to make sure.
There's nothing there.
Okay.
Oh, well, there wasn't. Now there's a puzzle piece there. And you can see the puzzle piece absorbing color as Starry Night gets grayer and grayer.
Let me smash that with my powerful kicks.
Roll to do that.
Heck yeah.
Unleash your
I love
powers.
how Rail Spike is like problem solution.
I mean, kicks or stomps.
Beautiful. That's an 11. Stomp, I think, in this case, is the move.
Mhm.
You stomp, and this puzzle piece shatters into glass the same way. And Starry Night takes a deep gasp of air. And Gray's isn't as gray. And she's able to sit up now.
Hey, are you all right? How are you feeling?
I didn't know. I didn't know. Tell Hecate I didn't know. If I don't see
Hey,
them.
no, it's we're gonna get out of here, right?
They're not here.
Ooh.
And they reach, and their hand goes through you. And you don't even feel it. And where their hand is, stars of color burst forward as they take it out. This isn't real, Rail Spike. You're safe. But the world will fall. The tower will crumble. Death is here. The chariot is broken. The moon is no more. And the stars will dim. And she fades away. You're not in. Well, let's see. Odds or evens?
Oh, evens?
Okay. You are still not back the area where everyone else is. Everyone else still just sees Rail Spike staring at a corner. Actually, the other people in the room with Rail Spike, can you roll me and assess the situation?
Who
Is
are the people
everybody-
in the room with Rail Spike
Yeah.
specifically?
Are you still with Rory and Eddie, or did you leave them alone?
I
No.
think that Sasha probably would have left Rory and Eddie alone.
Then everybody but Rory can roll and assess the situation. Which
Okay.
means Sin has a really bad assess the situation.
I was going to say, can I roll
Hey.
just for the grind?
This is technically
No.
before entering a fight, right?
No,
I
this
want-
is after. I didn't say you're in a fight.
Fuck. I want to use my moves.
Great
Also,
news.
just for the record, I did roll before realizing that you said everybody but Rory, and I got a 1 total.
Well, that doesn't count, does it?
You can hear something going on in the other room, but you're just staring at Eddie.
I have great news, which is that I'm garbage at assess the situation, so I got a 5. So I know nothing, but I got another potential.
I got a
roll
9.
success?
I
Okay.
got 4, so I get potential. which is really bad because I have a +2 to assess the situation. I got double
You roll
snake eyes,
snake
baby.
eyes.
I got a +2 -2 because of my conditions right now, so it's
But
just straight roll.
good news, I'm 1 away from leveling up, so yay!
So
I'm gonna try and level again before the end of this. I think I can do it.
Metamorphosis is the only one who notices that the color is leaching away from Rail Spike, starting from their feet and working up. They're becoming grayer and grayer. So back to Rail Spike.
Yep.
Starry Night's not there anymore. And you don't see anybody, but you hear a voice. Hi, Zara.
Hello?
We don't have much time.
Okay. Who and what?
Who and what?
Are you in this?
I'm where all of this started. And this is a this is complicated to explain. This is I'm trying to think of how this has been described to me. This, when sometimes with tech, people kind of hop onto somebody else's connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. I'm hopping on to the connection that Starry Night formed without realizing it.
All right. We don't have much time. You said. So what? Why are you here? What do you have for me?
Because you will complete the cycle.
What cycle?
I started something years ago. And everything, the puzzle project, all of it is tied to it. I didn't do it intentionally. I was trying to keep order. She was trying to keep chaos. And we made a deal. A deal that has been broken with the puzzle project. If I don't make it out of this, I need you to do a few things for me. 1, I need you to tell my granddaughter that I love her. 2,
Who's your great?
I need you and your friends to take down the hangman. This is far, far greater than just the puzzle project. And if you don't find us, I might not be there to stop it.
Okay. Who's your granddaughter?
The star.
Oh. Hey.
Sin, don't look at me right now.
How do I find her?
You already know her. I can't talk not cryptically. I wish I could be straightforward. I hate when people are cryptic.
Okay.
But this connection
I already
is
know
the
the star.
safest. You already know the star. You will know the star.
Okay. We all do. I guess that narrows it down. Is she going to be able to tell me more about what's actually happening?
In time. When you find us.
Hey, why would you come to me? I'm the least magical one. I don't do any of it.
Because you will keep the world turning.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but I'll try.
Roll and assess the situation.
Will do.
Did you know that it's a great way to farm potential?
It's a great way to farm potential. I got an 8. So that's not bad.
You can't see this person, but you know they're smiling. If I may, you feel a touch on your shoulder. And you are watching yourself in front of the priestess. This is the world. You have new opportunities that have come to you. You're going to do great things, Respect. And then that fades away.
Am I still in this space?
You are still in this space. The voice, you can tell that they're still there. If I can't tie things together, I need you to keep the world turning.
Okay. And if I talk to the star, I can figure out how exactly to do that.
Well, hopefully I'll be there to guide you along the way as well. But if all else fails, you need to find the rest of the original deck. The original. That's very important. The original deck.
Yeah.
You and your team need to find them. You need to find the Hangman. You need to stop her. You need to stop the bastardization of this new puzzle master. But I have to warn you.
Ahead of you.
The stars will dim. There is no escaping that. The stars will dim.
Got it.
All of them. Before things can get better.
Right.
I'm going to let you roll one last time. You can choose if you want to roll assess the situation, if you want an odds or evens.
I'll try to assess the situation.
Okay.
That's a 7.
You can see the figure now. And because of that, I'm going to let you roll and assess the situation or odds or evens again. As there's something familiar about this figure.
How about odds?
I'm going to DM you something. As
Okay.
the room fades away and you're back in the room. And Rory, really quick, can you tell? Sing, what's Rory doing?
Rory is sitting there next to Eddie and just saying, is there anything I can do? You know, you name it. I'm there.
I'm fine, sugar. I need some time to. Oh fuck, I'm tired. You should go check on your friends though.
No offense, and they'll be next, but that's what I'm doing.
I'm fine. You did everything that you could.
So
I'm
I
fine.
do want to ask mechanically, can I roll a comfort or support?
Does that clear a condition or something? Is there? I'm
Yes.
trying to figure out why you want to do that.
It clears a condition.
Then go ahead.
And let me double check because it may have a sneaky double meaning that I wasn't aware of, but I just thought about. And if it has the sneaky double meaning, I will ask not to have that. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have a sneaky double meaning. Oh,
Sent that to the wrong person. Do 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 do. Oh, you saw nothing.
I genuinely didn't because I'm not on Discord
Thank
right
God.
now.
no, it actually does have a sneaky double meaning, and it's if I
Go
comfort or support my love or rival, I can mark potential on a hit.
Oh my God.
I was just looking at Sasha's character sheet and reviewing what I can do, so I was straight up not looking at anything.
So here's the thing. I rolled a 3 on the dice, but I get +3 for mundane now, and I get +1 when interacting with my love. So I got a 7.
All right, you remove. Tell me how you remove Eddie's last condition, which was guilty.
Uh, ooh, guilty. I know that I'm going to say it because I can't brain it. I know that a lot's happened, and it really seems like you feel like you should be able to carry the world on your shoulders. But I don't know how my predecessor used to do things, but I'd rather our friendship be a partnership. Like I don't want either one of us to be pulling too much. You've pulled what you can, and it's more than I think anybody else would have been able to. Let me pull some now. Okay?
Eddie just starts to cry.
Rory will reach out and say, "Can I take your hand?"
You can, as they reach out and just hold it out, not saying anything. You can choose odds or evens or roll to assess the situation.
Uh, okay. You know what? Let's roll Rory's worst thing and see if when, because it's when impressing love. So would I get that +1?
I'll give it to you because you're noticing something about Eddie,
Okay.
or hopefully you notice. Because if you don't, oop,
And that's impressive.
The dice, no.
that don't impress me much.
That was a 10 total.
We zoom out and we're on the panels of the comic book again, and there's a slash through as it shows two scenes at once. Hazel notices the color returning to Real Spike as they snap out of it. As Rory notices that Eddie's hands are going gray. And the light that usually emanates from Eddie that you kind of just adjust to, you wouldn't notice that it was there until it's gone.
Eddie,
Like it is right now.
I don't know much about your abilities, and I don't want to make any assumptions, but is it normal for you to be losing power?
I'm fine.
You're. I don't mean in stress kind of way, but you're going gray, Eddie.
Eddie looks at the hand you're holding, holds it up, and goes, Rory, maybe you should be the one laying down this. I'm fine. I feel better, actually.
Okay. It has been a long day. It is first day. I've been around. All right. And they're just going to sit back and be unsettled.
As that happens, Eddie goes, I just remembered something. Um, when we lost contact. A friend gave me something so we know we are each okay. Um, I don't know new Rory like I knew old Rory, me, the GM, because new Rory's new. Would new Rory potentially wear a friendship bracelet or some, or like, or okay? When I say ring, I don't mean it in the context of love. I mean like just like would they wear something that can essentially connect with somebody else wearing something similar?
Yeah.
What would it be?
Um, they would actually have a uh, locket that they keep. It's under their flannel, but I can take it out if it's just like need to touch.
Sure, we can do that. Eddie pulls out a similar looking locket and opens it. And in it, you see faces that new Rory wouldn't recognize. You notice the younger Eddie in a picture with a younger looking person. And you notice this other person who looks really like tired and sad and depressed, but is laughing. In a picture. Oh, and you recognize yourself in this picture as Eddie kind of has their arms around you and another person, and that one person who just looks tired and is wearing all black um, is on the other side of you with their arm around you, and that looks like the tentacle of water, but you can't tell. And starlight starts to emerge, and a string of stars flow from Eddie's locket to yours. This will make sure we know we're okay. This will make sure that you know that I'm fine and that I know that you're fine. So we don't have to go through this past month again. And when you need me, you can pull on this connection. Out of over table. I'm going to explain this to you. This is not a thing that's usually in masks. You, everyone else here would know that the Fool and Judgment are connected, and they know when each other is fine. Essentially, the same thing that happened between the Fool and Judgment has now just happened between Eddie and Rory through these necklaces. Now, if you don't wear the necklace, Eddie doesn't know where you are. Eddie knows where the necklace is, and you know where Eddie's locket is. And of course, we probably already know this, but just for transparency, the picture was of a young Eddie and a young Quinn when they were kids, and then the other one is you, Quinn, River, and Eddie before Quinn's death. That Eddie has worn on a locket that they have had since the beginning of the game, since about
Aww.
3 years ago, as if it wasn't theirs at first.
I will say that the locket joins a picture um, because, you've got two faces to the locket. The other picture that was already there is a picture that looks like it has been through a fire, but it looks like an old, like black and white photo of a couple
All right.
dressed in their Sunday best.
All right. So that if you ever need to find Eddie, there you go. Don't worry. Don't ignore the gun on the wall. So, let's go back to the others. Let's go back to. Oh, one thing before we go back, actually. Eddie said that you can feel something's wrong. So that's what you feel. So Hazel, you notice as the color is returning to Railspike, and Railspike kind of seems to snap back into it. Not noticeable to anybody else, but you, because you were the one who knew that something was wrong with Railspike.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, thanks,
You- You went all gray?
Yeah, some kind of spirit put me in the chalk zone.
Not the
It's the
oddest thing I've heard in the last 24 hours, so you know what? Go for it.
Yeah, yeah, I think we really gotta talk to the deck. Seems like a pretty crucial part of this is going to be finding some original members, according to the spirit from the chalk zone.
Did they mention any names or?
The star specifically, but like the full, like, original OG first edition deck.
Okay.
Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hazel knows superheroes.
Yeah.
Can you roll something to see if Hazel knows the original deck? What their cards were?
Come on, Deku, we need you now.
Is that fucking
All right, let me get out
because
my
of
notebook.
deck?
I have full confidence in Mary, but also as a backup, Vi may have fought some of them.
Vi
Also,
wouldn't have
don't
fought the original deck.
Don't forget that we have at least 3 team in the pool. You can use the team in the pool, everybody. Please use
That's
the team in
true.
the
Okay.
pool.
All right.
You know,
What check
I'll
is
tell you.
this?
Here's the people.
Okay, hold on. Everyone, hold on.
Sorry.
Sasha can also roll because mentor, Gaia.
Yay!
Vi would never have fought the original deck. However, Vi knows superheroes because Vi was a villain, so I'll let you roll because if anything else, you'll find potential.
Great. What are we rolling?
Would this also be an assess the situation?
I hope so.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, it's an assess the situation.
Because I'm
Everyone roll
killing
plus
it on
superior.
potential today.
Oh man, I can't level up yet. I got a 12.
Just gonna take a powerful blow in the fact that I don't get to roll.
I got
I got-
a 10.
I got an 11, which is disappointing to me.
With all of it, all of you then. Okay. You know that the original deck is important. The fact that it said the original deck, because that can have two meanings. It can mean the deck that started the deck, or it can mean the Bronze Age, the Silver Era deck. The one that had the version that existed for longer than 3 weeks.
Sure. So the first deck was a very short-lived thing, and then
It was a very
there-
short-lived thing.
Aren't they dead? Is that why it was short-lived?
You don't know. I'm gonna say though. All right, Skylar, does Railspike mention any of the other names that were mentioned in the conversation?
Yes. Yes. Let's just assume I say those. Definitely not because I specifically have already had them escape my brain. Thank you.
The original deck, that lasted for
Mhm.
3 weeks consisted of the Four of Swords, who has a public identity, Strength, the Magician, the World, and the Hanged Man. The version that
Yeah.
lasted longer than 3 weeks had the Five of Cups replace the World, and the Tower replace the Hanged Man.
Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely the first one. Like the one that only lasted 3 weeks before some sort of weird disaster, because the World and the Hangman were two people that were important to this.
You
Hey
also
pal,
know
I can't write that fast. Is there gonna be somewhere where this is?
Yeah.
I have a graphic
Okay.
that will be
Is there
shared for
going to
everybody.
be a test?
I'm just like desperately trying to jot down the names.
My
Ye-
pen ran
this
out of ink,
name,
so I
this
had
name
big
you'll want to
problems.
remember, because the only one in that group that had a public identity in the original deck was the Four of Swords, and you heard that name last week's episode. You heard that on the Hunter Heights community app when Jordan's grandma went missing, Annalise Guerrero Reyna. And I know it's a little bit early, but a lot's going to be happening. Do we want to go to break?
We can do that, yeah.
We're all going to go on a 10-minute break as the comic book switches to a new panel, and we see an older woman staring straight ahead, crying as she polishes a sword, as she cries and sings to herself.
Great. Sounds great. Sounds
That's
fine.
terrible, but I'm just sitting here like, it's the card.
Bye.
Bye.
welcome back, everyone. We've had an eventful break. Sorry that took a while. We had a really great discussion. So as this is all happening, we zoom in on two of our heroes, Hecate and Metamorphosis. Elle, can you roll? Can you tell me odds or evens?
I'm always gonna go with odds because my dad's logic is, odds have better odds than evens.
And that's odds, as you notice. You're both. We're gonna get a lot of information right now, and two players are going to be going in it in two different ways.
Okay, I'm about to start writing things down. Let's go.
Hazel, you're looking through your notebook about the history of heroes. And since this started tying into Hunter Heights, you've also been writing information about what you know about the Hunter family. As Sasha processes this in a different way, as Sasha starts to turn gray, and instead of being in a room, or no, you are in a room, and you see Maristella, you reach out to touch her, and as you do, your hand goes through, and you see a baby being held by a couple. And you see the woman holding the baby looks young. She looks about your age, and as does the man with his arm around her, and as does the man on the other side of the room just watching them. And there are people who look about to be their parents' age, a man and two women, looking at them. Hazel, as you're looking, you've been looking into the Hunter family, and this is what you know. Hunter Heights was started during the Bronze Age, the Silver Age. You know this, that what happened was there was a family that lived in the neighborhood, the Hunter family. They moved to Central Halcyon with their son Benjamin. A few years later, they moved back with their daughter Maya, as well as Benjamin. Alexander Hunter had remarried Maya's mother, Stella. And nobody knows what really happened to Benjamin's mother, Veronica. You know that Maya was disabled. You know that she had mobility issues and that she was in constant pain. You also know that this tended to be described as explosive bouts of pain, and that the only thing that really helped was heat. It became really inaccessible for the family to live there. And that is why Alexander Hunter went to Central Halcyon and said, I want to make a district where things will be more accessible for my daughter. And then Alexander Hunter went missing. Benjamin Hunter inherited the company, and nobody knows what happened to Maya or Stella. Sasha, what you see is the older gentleman and the two women talking, and you see the young girl push like the little baby hair out of her daughter's face as she holds her, and a locket hangs from her neck, and the baby reaches for it. My little Maristella, you have put the stars in the sky again, and everything was worth it for this moment right here. And then you see the woman flinch, And the man next to her reaches and grabs the baby as the woman collapses to the floor, screaming in pain. You see the boy, young man across the room, staring in concern as he watches his sister just scream in pain. And then you watch as energy explodes out from her. And you watch as the stars dim and then shine again. Give me an odds or evens or an assess the situation, L.
I'm gonna give an assess the situation because I trust Sasha's, I don't know, skill. They're good at assessing the situation, you know? So that's gonna be a 10.
I'll let you ask me 2 questions. They don't necessarily have to be from the assess the situation thing.
Okay.
They can be 2 questions you have. And Mary, I'll let you roll assess the situation, and you can ask me 2 questions that Hazel would know or know how to find the answer to.
Alright, first question for me. Did the power transfer from mother to child?
No,
Cool, 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 cool.
but you did notice that everyone got flung back except for the child, who seemed to just take it in. But it wasn't a transfer. It was as if it was already a part of her.
Okay, 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 okay. I don't know what I should ask for my second question. Mary, go.
I rolled a 7.
I'll let you ask 1 question.
Um, so I guess what I'm wondering, as far as Benjamin Hunter, just from the info I know, was there a large age difference between Benjamin and Maya?
10 years.
Okay.
And I'll give you one more thing you know. In everything you've been doing, Maristella Hunter Reyes does not exist in all of the research you've done. And Maya Hunter is a footnote, despite the fact that she was tied to all of it. You also know, because at this point, you and Sasha are the ones who know who Starry Night really is. You also know that there is a story of a man named Macario Reyes going missing around the same time that Maya did.
Could you spell
Okay.
that for me real quick?
I have a graphic that I will send you.
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
So my brain is going the right way. Okay. Okay. Theories. All right. Good to know. Furious note taking.
Yeah. Oh boy. Can I like phone a friend for my second
You
question?
can
This
phone a
isn't my
friend for your second question.
Okay, I'm trying to decide whether I should ask Sin or call my dad. What do you think?
Just for that, I'll let you do both.
Okay.
You can ask Sin
Sin.
and ask your dad for questions.
Sin, what do you think my second question should be?
I Here's the thing. I feel like it would be helpful to have confirmation of something that a lot of us have been thinking. I think especially Mary has been thinking, if I'm to determine her, uh but who was Reyes?
Okay, that was along the lines of what I was going to ask anyway, so now I feel like I'm confident in that. That's gonna be, yeah. Who
He
was he?
was he was a nobody. The only thing you know is One thing you noticed that he had a really famous aunt who was a superhero in the Silver Age that helped create a team. It was hard to connect them though because their names sound similar, but they're different. And because she has a public identity, you know that his aunt is the Four of Swords. Did your dad have your question, Papa L? Speak to us.
Papa L, we are doing a little Ouija board thing. Do you have a question that you would like to ask?
Apparently, in the chat, Sin was the right answer came up. So,
All right. I will give you one more thing.
He's very good at like deductive reasoning. I believe in him. I have full confidence.
I'll give you one more thing that you do notice. You notice that as Maya Hunter Reyes falls to the ground, the color is drained from her and her daughter glows. And I know it sounds like a transfer. It is not a transfer.
I'm glad that you cleared that up. Oh, my dad does have a question.
Yes. What is the question?
So I think that this is in reference to the original Silver Age team. He can correct me if I'm wrong. What brought the hero team together?
Sasha will not know that in this scene.
Fair enough.
Actually,
see,
God damn it, you guys are fast tracking everything. I'm not mad, I promise. I promise I'm not mad. Roll odds or evens to see if you notice this.
Okay. Obviously, we're going with odds. It's a 5!
You notice that one of the women in the corner, she's in the corner, she's not cuddled next to the couple like the man and the other woman is. You notice that she is twirling a card in her hands, and you notice that it's a tarot card. And it looks upside down.
Ooh.
But it's not. And you can't tell what the picture is, though.
I like to think that since the deck has existed, all of the villains make fun of the deck whenever they're holding cards. Like, of course you do. Like, that becomes like a thing.
That's like their fidget is playing with a card. All right.
Anyways, I told you, my dad's really good at deductive reasoning.
I will give that question to Hazel.
I'm just imagining a villain coming up in like the Silver Age, like around when the deck is spawned and calling themselves the Ace of Spades.
That is now canon. Hazel would know the answer to this though. And I'm
Yay,
going to say
Hazel!
Hazel comes up with this. There was a lot of resistance to Hunter Heights becoming its own district. And lots of people from Central Halcyon tried tearing it apart. The deck was formed to protect it. And you know that there's no record of why the world and the Hanged Man left. But you know the world created the deck. With that, Sasha fades out of the memory, and you see Maristella holding her locket. And singing a song under her breath. Just rocking back and forth.
Can you hear me?
Stars in the sky, you know how I feel. As you fade out back into the group. So, what does Sasha want to do next?
I think that Sasha's going to do what Sasha was going to do before things happened. They're going to go over to the little training area and they're going to beat the shit out of some training dummies. And they're not going to be using their powers for this. This is going to be a purely impossible fighting skills ability thing.
I don't know if I should make this worse or not. Okay, so um, I'll give Sasha a break. But
No,
Rory,
don't.
no, don't. Okay.
No, don't. Suffer. I say to myself.
You hear a familiar voice as you fade back. We're running out of time, kitten. Your star's gonna dim out. And cats only have 9 lives. So Rory wanted to speak to Sasha.
Yeah, after Rory is satisfied that Eddie is doing as mentally better as they can, that rest is the only thing needed, Rory is going to go to Sasha and say, by the way, I'm sorry.
Sasha's in the middle of just absolutely beating one of the dummies. Knuckles starting to crack and bleed just a little bit. They stop and look over. What what are you sorry for?
I raised my voice in your direction during the hubbub,
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
and I'm
Uh,
sorry.
thank you. I know that you're not used to the way that I process things. I have to talk about them out loud, or else everything just kind of stays in my chest and I can't think about it and I can't understand it. And that's frustrating. And I know that the way that I handle things is frustrating for other people too.
Well, anytime you need somebody to talk to, I'm more than happy to listen.
I mean, I might take you up on that right now because I just had this really weird vision thing, and my mom, who's apparently missing and has been missing for a month, talked to me in my head, I think, and she says that my star is fading, and I think she implied that she might die, and I don't want her to die. I mean, we haven't exactly had the best relationship, but she's she's still one of my moms, and I don't want I don't want her to not be there anymore.
I do think eventually I'm going to have to take notes.
I've been taking notes this whole time. I could share some with you.
That would be fantastic because I barely have any idea what's going on. And then all of a sudden, like, shit started to lose color, and I thought I was having a stroke or something.
I don't think so. I think where I went, there were things that were losing color, and it's kind of a thing with this like really cool person, Maristella, and they're in danger right now, and I'm really worried about that, and I think
The
that we need to fix it.
the person that we were in the beach with.
No, no, totally different person.
I'm not
I
gonna
am
make
sorry.
Rory roll and assess the situation.
I thought somebody said Mari Stella's name in that. Okay.
No.
That
You,
cut it
the
did
only
not happen.
person that knows, the only 2 people who know are Hazel and Sasha because Maristella had flickered. And in that moment, Sasha had said her name. So that's why Hazel knows.
Yeah, Sasha
Okay.
is not telling anybody. They know a lot about like how secret identities impact the people around you, so
So oh, That,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, it's not great. I'm just trying. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really trying to process this because I don't know where I would start. It's kind of like a big ball of yarn or Christmas lights.
Sometimes you gotta untangle them.
Yeah, exactly. And
And you said this person's in trouble?
yeah, I think so. She seems like she's in a lot of trouble, and I'm worried. And I think that there's something going on with Rail Spike as well, which is worrying because there's never anything going on with Rail Spike. Rail Spike is like consistent and nice, and sure they have a secret identity and everything, but also they're a very grounding presence, you know, a lot like you actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're really nice, Rory.
I appreciate that. I'm trying my best. It has been a trying 24-hour period,
I can imagine for anybody, and
or
you-
like a trying month packed into a 24-hour.
I
I'm
don't
still
know.
trying to wrap my noggin around that.
I'm just glad my watch caught up. I do not know how to reset it.
But wait a second. I don't usually have ideas, but I've got an idea. And I think Rory is actually going to go back. Will will you get everybody together?
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. They're kind of cooling the air around their knuckles to try to simulate an ice pack as they go over to where everybody else is. I assume that everybody else is kind of in the same general area that they have been.
Violet's trying to make tea for everybody. It's not going well.
All right, so really quick, I'm going to give you all two options.
Yes.
The
Option.
entire episode takes place in one day. Well, for the love of God, we all go home and you all go to sleep and reconvene the
There
next
is
day.
no way that Sasha's going home knowing that Maristella is in danger.
I do
I feel like
have
we do have to sleep though.
I do have a way to make sense. Like the plan requires a fully rested Eddie to work.
Eddie is fully rested because they're on a healing table.
Push Eddie off of the healing table, it's fine.
I think Vi is going to make a case for being rested. I think Sasha can stay here if Eddie's fine with that, but I think Vi is going to go home and go to bed.
Well, Eddie doesn't live here. Eddie wants to go home.
Yeah,
Like,
this is my
yes.
house.
But
Oh,
y'all
I thought
hear-
it was Eddie. Never mind, I forgot.
No, you're not there yet. Y'all hear
Uh,
Eddie get up and they're in their regular outfit, which is still like dirty and bloody. Y'all, can
Or
we
if
go
we-
home? I need to take a nap. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm rested.
Okay. We can gather everybody together. You can say the plan, and then we'll all go home and rest. Well, you guys will go home and rest, and it'll be great.
Hecate, darling, there's somebody there at home waiting for you.
Shit, my dad.
Can I actually stay here?
Yes.
Because I probably got evicted.
Oh, you
Just
can stay with
guessing.
me if you want. You can keep
Or
the
y'all-
mask on and
or you
everything.
can stay with us because I know
Did
who
we
you
get
are.
paid during our month? Because I do have an apartment. If the rent was deducted automatically,
Y'all
and
can
we got
stay
paid-
at mine and Aurora's place.
Well, I need
we-
like my stuff though.
We can get you your. I know where your stuff is. We can get your stuff. Roll to see if you have a place to live. Odds or evens.
I have a place to live because my mom is a lawyer.
Do you want to call it, Skylar?
I was gonna make you
Ooh.
each call an individual one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think for me, odds.
Okay, and Jilly,
Odds.
Vi, you have a place to live.
Yes.
yay!
Yeah, I
You want to come
texted
to
my
my place?
landlord earlier. They were like, "You're legally dead, idiot."
Real
You
spec.
can come to my place, but I know you don't like to take off your mask in front of people.
Real spec. You can. I have my own wing. I already know your secret.
You told Eddie?
Well, somebody's got to know for safety, and so it has to be Eddie, obviously.
I'm
I can.
not.
Will Rory will not come into my wing. Rory has never gone in my wing. You can stay in my wing, and
Got
you
it.
don't have to
Thanks,
worry
Ed.
about. Yeah, I got you. You can come.
Are my cats still at your house?
Your cats are still in my place, so we should really all go home.
I also have a cat that's probably there. Oh no.
Okay, I will bring your cat to your place,
Okay, yeah. Great,
so you
great,
can
great,
go
great,
home
great.
and talk to your father, who
I
came a long way to see you.
I know he came from Troy. Literally.
Very
That sounds like
fascinating, man. We had a
just a
really good
lot.
conversation. Go the fuck home.
Nah.
Hazel, do you want me to give you a ride to Gidgets or Metamorphosis? They said Metamorphosis. We're gonna Metamorphosis.
I I think I'll make my way home. I need some time to think.
Okay, and we'll all meet at mine and Rory's tomorrow at 10 in the morning.
Okay, okay,
And you
okay.
said I have a wing?
You have a you have not been you've only been to the sanctuary. You haven't. Oh, darling, yeah. We have a it's you'll see. All right, so everyone fucks off home. Um, let me get this straight. Vi and Rail Spike are going to Rory and Eddie's because Vi wants her cats, and Rail Spike is evicted. Sasha is going to their father. Hazel is walking to Gidgets. All right, I'm going to speed run this a bit so that the things can still happen. Okay. So, Sasha, you get home. Your dad's like, "I got pizza in the fridge. Your place is comfy."
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you. I tried to keep it that way. I have a lot of fluffy rugs and
And
fuzzy pillows.
as you're saying
They're
this,
re-
as you got home, boop, there's Eddie comes. Here's your cat.
Oh, thank you very much. Hi, little Rory.
Effort. Yep.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
forgot that I named the cat that. We're going through all 5 stages of grief right now, and I am not acknowledging any of them. If I don't look at them, they cannot affect me.
They really do remind me of them. Yeah, that's fair. Have a good night, Mr. Morgan. Love seeing you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, Sasha. And blinks back. Hazel is walking home. I'm not gonna make you roll to see if you notice anything. You do walk past Milo's gym. Still standing, but nothing more than just standing. Um,
Um, I think she's gonna stay there tonight.
do you tell Gidget?
I'll text Gidget that I'm out late.
That's fair. Glad to know you're okay. I've missed you. By the way, your mom came by. Told her to go kick rocks. Love you. All right.
Love you too.
And then we go to Rory and Eddie's. Um, Eddie just blinks you all into their room. Like, all right, Judgment, get off my bed. I don't want your nasty shoes on my bed. Judgment gets up. It's like, sorry, I took a nap. I was tired. Also, I drank like half of your Dr. Pepper.
Vi is very deliberately not looking at Judgment.
Oh no, oh no, I hung up on you. Whatever. Listen, it's
Oh,
been
I'm
a
sorry.
month.
Are we talking to me now?
You were being so okay. Okay. Here's your cats. Here are your cats that you've accused me of holding hostage. Here they are. And this is when Eddie takes one of the cats and takes it to Sasha and then just comes back, like rolling their eyes.
It's okay, babies. I'm home. Me and Uncle Judgment is going away. Yes.
Me and Uncle Judgment been watching their asses for the past month.
It's okay. It's okay. Tell me all about it. Tell me all about it.
They can't talk yet.
Your participation in the conversation of my bonding with my cats is no longer necessary. You may leave.
Hey, Vi,
You don't live
they
here.
said yet.
What?
They said yet. They said
Oh,
yet like the cats are
obviously.
gonna start talking.
Obviously, I'm going to unlock the cat talking. Obviously, we're gonna get there. Judgment won't tell me how, which is another.
I have
black
told you
mark.
how. I've told you 3 times how.
You were like, it's like mystical and weird, and
I told you exactly who put the bond between me and the fool.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Is this Jilly or is this Vi?
This is Jilly.
Does would Vi remember if Judgment says it?
Probably, if Judgment might have to. It's been a long day, so Vi might need to be reminded. I think.
Listen, it's not my fault you don't know who the star is. Have a good night. Judgment walks out the front door.
I was wrong about
hey,
you.
we
You're
actually
actually
need
the
to-
worst person.
Judgment, we actually need to know that very badly.
I'm not gonna tell you. Bye.
It's better this way.
Okay, odds or
You know,
evens to
I'm
see if
turning around
Judgment,
on
if
them.
Judgment, or you can try to get Eddie because Eddie also knows.
We're gonna have to try.
Bully Eddie.
Wait,
All right,
the star made the connection?
the star made the connection. The star goes, yeah, the star made our connection too. I
We
shouldn't have said that.
We might need the star's assistance with the plan that I am thinking about hatching tomorrow then.
And
Okay.
also with making my cats talk.
Okay, let's start with the plan and then we'll get to the cats. Railsback, why do you need a note? Why do you need the star?
To keep the world turning.
Are we
Eddie
sure
Yeah, it's pretty
stops.
important.
Is it? Wait, are we sure it's the world turning, or is it one of those like wordplay things, like to keep the world from turning, or something like that, where it's like
It's
the world is
turning.
first?
It's the world turning.
I'm just saying it could be a metaphor.
It's not a metaphor. Well, not in the way
I
you're
think
thinking.
it's kind of a metaphor.
Isn't the
Not like
world a
once a-
tarot card?
Yes, and also
Yes.
a person. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The star will be here tomorrow morning. We all needed some rest.
okay.
The cat's not a priority right now, Violet. Don't you even start.
First
Go
of all,
home.
my cats are always a priority.
Go the fuck home.
I'm being denied my rights as a parent.
I take the cats with you and go the fuck home.
Okay.
I will teleport your ass home.
Can you actually? That would be much easier if
Yeah,
you
sure,
could
sweetie.
teleport
Hold
me
on.
and the cats
Yeah,
home.
here. Pick up the cats. I'll be right back, y'all. Rory, get the fuck out of my wing so
I
Real
would have
Spike can-
texted Mary to see if Mary wants me to bring her cats to my place, or if she wants them to stay here for right now.
Hazel just text. Yeah, you can keep them right now. I'm not at Gidgets.
Okay. I will take all of the cats that are not Sasha's cat.
All right. Eddie teleports you home. I'll tell Rory to get the fuck out of their wing. Just go down that hall and keep going until everything looks depressing. So, and we'll, Railspike, darling, make yourself at home. I'll sleep in the living room. This is all yours. It is no problem. We have a really comfy sofa bed. Don't even start.
Okay. You're sick though.
I'm fine. I was on a magical healing bed. I gotta take these ones home. And so just pops out, takes Vi home. After we take care of this, I will make sure the star makes your cats magical. It's gonna take a bit because there's several of them and one of you. That hasn't been done before.
I'm a pioneer. I'm sorry.
Judgment.
We're pioneers.
Do you really want several minds at the same time? 2 is hard enough. 1 is hard enough. 2, Judgment. It's a miracle. Judgment is the way Judgment is.
I don't know that miracle is the word I'd use to describe Judgment, I'll be frank.
Judgment had to watch 2 people he really cared about It really
Don't-
hurt.
Let's not do this. I know everybody's life is very sad.
Bye.
Yes.
Out of everyone who believes in second chances, you should.
I'm not. All I said was
And
that he. And the rest of the night is Vi sending pictures of cats to the group chat. That's it. That's all. That's all it is.
as you are all getting pictures, Judgment messages Hecate's phone and sends a bunch of pictures of Hecate's specific cat, little Rory.
Rory Jr.
Rory Jr. All right. Eddie pops back into the living room. Sin, did you still want to do that thing you told me about before stream really quick?
Yes.
Okay.
How I'm going to manifest that is that it takes a minute for Eddie to get back. When Eddie gets back to their wing, they would hear the saddest, most hesitant knock you can imagine on the door to their wing.
Yeah, Eddie's in like the common room of the wing where Railspike would be. Yeah. What's up, Rory?
Um, listen, I I've asked a lot of you, and I there's been a lot that's happened. There is a part of me that thinks when I'm not around people that I'm just gonna stop being. I I I don't think I'm. Would you be down for like a sleepover?
Eddie just looks at you for a second. All right, darling. You want s'mores?
Fuck yes, I want s'mores.
I could really go for some s'mores. All right. And Eddie walks into like the main living room part and closes his door behind them so that Railspike has access to the entire wing and goes to the kitchen and just starts pulling out like a bunch of chocolate and marshmallows and graham crackers and goes, you get the sleeping bags and everything out. We'll watch a movie and we'll go to sleep. I'll start the s'mores, okay?
Sounds good. And you should know that I have spent an untoward amount of time perfecting the gooiness of marshmallows with my fire.
I like mine completely burnt, not gonna lie.
I could do that too.
It sounds good to me. And they just start getting the stuff, start getting like something to drink, things like that. Um, they go and they put on like one of the black and white like movies. And they put it low, and you set up the sleeping bags and everything. And you make s'mores with Eddie in the living room. Real
I
Spike
think
can
oh,
hear Eddie laughing.
and if I can suggest a like final shot of this scene where Rory is looking down the like hallway to their wing and looks for a second just like they are staring at doom.
And with that, everyone goes the fuck to sleep. And you wake to the sound of birds chirping, things like that. Um, Everyone wakes up. It's the next morning because at one point we need to go past another day. And it's the next morning, and it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna roll a dice. Vi, you wake up but you're not in your room. You are in this cold, damp tunnel.
This seems bad.
Hello, Violet.
Hi. Who's the fuck are you?
You already know who I am. I can't
it-
speak in not cryptic. Literally, that's psychic links are so much harder to maintain if I don't speak in cryptic. Or you start getting all angsty teenager on me.
Listen, I said literally nothing except who are
I'm
you?
just making sure. Like, I know it's really annoying when people are cryptic, but if
Who
I
who is
just wanna
it
make
that I
sure.
am talking to?
Are you? You
I me Jilly am asking.
you are talking to the same person that Rosbeck was speaking to in their dream.
So you're the star, right?
No,
No? What, do you have like a title? Is there something I should call you? Should I give you a name?
I was gonna tell you, but now I really want to know what you're gonna call me.
I don't know. I was just kind of thinking. Like, you're kind of spooky. You could be ghosty.
God damn it, Jilly. That's more like somebody else I know. That's more like somebody else I know. You can call me Tara.
Terra, like Earth, or Terra, like Tara,
Like her.
like the world.
Exactly.
Okay. So, like, forgive me for being blunt, but are you like super dead?
I'm alive.
Great.
We're all alive.
I don't know that we're all is a very big word. Did you want to speak to me on a specific subject, or
Aurelia
were you
says hi.
Who says hi?
Aurelia? And you would know this is Vice Barista.
Oh, so you have, my friend?
Have is a strong word.
You currently are in possession of, my friend.
I don't have possession of anything.
Okay.
I'm located with your friend.
Are you being held? Are you
there? We go.
Okay. You are okay. I really feel like you could have been less. I know you're cryptic. You say cryptic isn't your style. I feel like you could have led with that, but
I can't.
So you're not allowed to talk about things.
Correct.
Okay.
Tis the nature of psychic links.
That seems like it's a major disadvantage. Like, I'm not criticizing.
It
but
truly is. It's really fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie.
So you are being held in a location with my friend. Are there other people that are being held in that location also?
There's lots of us.
Great. That's where everybody is.
And one more joined last night.
One more joined last night. Okay. This is all good information. I'm taking mental notes. We learned in biology class that the Cornell system is bad, actually. So
you know, I used to teach, and that was really annoying to have to make my students do Cornell.
You do like the line? It's very.
It was really annoying.
Anyway, I feel like I should ask for more information about where you are. As I can't help but notice that this is a spooky tunnel. Is this spooky tunnel reflective of an actual place that you are in, or is it a metaphor?
It is.
Okay. Are you? Well, let's play sort of like hot or colder. Are you in Halcyon City?
To my knowledge.
Are you in Hunter Heights?
Not to my knowledge.
Gotcha. Who took you there? Was it the Puzzle Master?
To my knowledge.
So did you see who actually took you?
I'm going to roll a dice. Metamorphosis brought me here.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and, as I fought several versions of me yesterday, assume that was probably not actually Metamorphosis, because I have been hanging out with Metamorphosis pretty consistently.
Well, that explains why I saw Hecate yesterday.
Yes, that is likely the case. Um, so you were taken, other people were taken. Were you with other people when you were taken?
I was with one person.
Were you with another member of the deck when you were taken?
I was.
Great. Who else is missing from the deck?
You don't know because most of the deck has secret identities.
I know, it's very irritating. They should just live their lives like me. I have no secrets. I just talk all the time. Um, okay. Are your powers being diminished in some way? Because I assume you could just like be like, "Hey, don't do that," and it would be fine.
I could. But yeah, to my knowledge, yes. But also, even if I could, would I? There is an order to things.
Oh, you're one of those.
It's literally the whole reason we're here.
Yeah, okay. Everything is very cosmic and special. All right. What would you like me to do about this situation?
Get me the fuck out of here would be lovely. Thank you.
I would like some more information in order for that to happen. Just being like, we're somewhere is not a great. Like, I need a dossier.
Pull on the connection when you wake up.
Pull on the connection when I wake up. All right.
You won't
Is
be the one to pull on it, though. Your friends will know what I mean.
Great. Well,
And snaps out.
I think Vi opens her eyes and she's like you would see her eyes, but there is just like fully a cat on her face. And the next thing you see is just a text screen where it's the group chat and it's like, okay, had a vision or whatever. The world says that someone needs to pull on the psychic link to find between me and them. Do I know the world's pronouns?
The world uses he, they.
Okay.
Occasionally she, preferably he, they.
Okay. Um, they want someone to pull on the connection. They're being held hostage with at least one other deck member, question mark, and also a bunch of other people, including my barista, and then it's like crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji, coffee cup, crying emoji.
As this happens, Elle,
Hi.
Sasha wakes up and sees writing on their arm.
I am going to add a small note to what's going on.
Yes.
Sasha did not go to sleep in their room. They, after their father fell asleep, snuck out and went to the sanctuary. And they have been in the sanctuary, and they probably fell asleep at some point in there.
Oh, okay, you still wake up with writing on your arm. That's really fucking sad. The GM just took psychic damage. Okay.
Now it's sad writing.
What does the writing say? Is it sad writing?
It was already sad writing, but now it's even sadder.
Great. Okay. What does it say?
Follow the connection. I'll see you soon. Your mom says hi. And then it fades. It's like you can see it being written and then erased. And a picture of a flower pops up that you've seen drawn before.
Oh. Okay. Oh,
And then
I can't do this.
I know you'll say this. Just take a breath, Sasha. Take it one step at a time. You'll be okay. And there's a little heart at the end of that.
Oh. Do I know of a way to follow this connection or track it or anything?
Odds or evens, really quick.
Odds. And do I roll it or are you rolling?
I'm rolling it.
Okay.
No.
Dang it, Dad!
Nope.
I love you, Papa.
So I'm gonna say all of you are heading to Eddie's and Rory's, except for Railspike, who's already there.
Did I
Oh,
have
did
any
we get?
weird dreams just to top anything off
You
here?
slept
Because there's a
well. You slept
fan
great.
great. At least that's not happening.
Did we get Vi's text?
We'll get to that
Okay.
because you have to wake up first.
Okay.
Great.
So who wakes up first, Rory or Railspike? Because I need to know who's gonna notice.
I would say Rory probably is up early, but I don't know how early Zara gets up.
Yeah, I think solid like 8 a.m.
Okay.
Wait, riser.
Rory,
Just
it's
every
like
morning.
almost the moment where like the sun reaches its zenith.
Crack it on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you wake up, you do your normal thing, Rory. The house is quiet. The house is quiet until Zara wakes up. Railspike comes out.
Morning.
Howdy. I'm alive.
Yeah. Were you worried about that?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah, I can see how you would just based on how things have been. But hey, you're gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna happen to you.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. If my plan works, then I'm hoping that we'll be able to find this place where you've been going to, but like not psychically, like in the real world, you know.
Yeah, the physical place of the chalk zone. Uh-huh.
You hear a voice behind you go, well, what's your plan?
What?
You
Turning.
turn and you can't see, you don't know this person. It seems like their hair is kind of on fire in a way, but it's not fire. And the area around them is bright, but you can't exactly make out their features. Where's Eddie?
You're the star.
Where's
Great.
Eddie?
Eddie, they were just there not that long ago.
When's the last time you saw them?
Um, when I fell asleep.
You said Rory wakes up with the sun, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna say it's like 6:30. The sun said, or Eddie last night said everyone would meet. And at this point, everyone has gotten to Rory's, and you're all there as the stars there going. I haven't heard from Eddie all morning.
Well, then let's hope that with mine and Hecate's help, that we can make you go supernova.
I'm always happy to help. Also, I think I got a message. I need to follow some kind of connection. Do you know how to do that?
Yes,
That's the
I.
goal.
Well, the funny story, the world was like, you need to pull on the thread. I'm not sure which particular thread they were talking about,
I'm
but
guessing that the world is something to you. And this is Rory talking to the star.
The star's light dimmed a little bit when you mentioned the world. Skylar, has Railspike told anybody anything about the thing I had DM'd you?
Let's
Or do you want to
see.
bring that up? Or do you want to just keep
I
that?
think probably um when they were talking to Hazel about it, they like described all of the figures they saw, including what what Real Spike saw, which was like the second figure that they saw in the priestess was like an older like man, presumably, who looked a lot like Jordan and was standing next to her. And in that moment, they realized they'd seen this person with Jordan like around pretty frequently.
As you mentioned the world, the guys drops and Jordan's just standing there.
Oh my god. Literally what?
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm not sure how that was an answer to my question.
It's my grandfather.
Okay. So that's the connection. And if we can give you a signal boost,
I'm not the connection.
huh?
I'm not the connection.
Do you know what the connection is?
And
It was
Go ahead.
sorry, Starry Night.
That's not the connection. And she reaches up. Is everyone coming?
Yeah, I'm coming.
She walks right up to Rory, grabs their locket. Think about them.
About Eddie?
Think about them.
The people who are missing?
Think about Eddie.
I don't think I could stop.
And
Oh,
as that
no.
happens, you all feel yourselves tugged. And suddenly everything smells like earth. And you are standing in front of a bruised, exhausted, gray Eddie in the tunnels.
Just running.
You were like fine minutes. What?
An hours. That's how sleep works.
Eddie?
Everyone.
Ha!
And you just see like fire start to go off, like radiating off of Rory's shoulders. What
Okay,
happened?
Rory.
You hear
God damn it! Can you clap Eddie slower, asshole? Wow, you don't know what a rhetorical question is. Fascinating.
Well, I've been wondering when I would see you all again. And in front of you is, walking into view, is the puzzle master.
Okay.
A heavily tattooed puzzle master. Not like last time you saw them. And they're holding a broken but healed, like a broken but taped together version of Maristella's stylus.
Hmm.
That doesn't belong to you.
What's she gonna do about it?
I don't think it's her you need to worry about.
Hey, pal. What do you think would happen if you suddenly lost all the oxygen around you? You want to find out?
What are you gonna do? Die on me again?
If I die, I am taking you
Or-
down with me.
Oh, that's fine. Nobody will find your mother. Don't worry about it then.
You're incredibly abrasive. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Bye.
So like, what's your play here, right? It's like you have us. We're here, right? You must have had like a plan.
Oh, I don't care about you. You're nothing. I care about them. And you hear coughing behind you, and you turn and you see Maristella also grayed out. And you all see as Jordan's hands start to gray out.
Okay.
Hey Nox.
Yes.
How badly would it ruin your plans if Sasha tried to murder the puzzle master right now?
I mean, you can't murder the puzzle master right now. I need them to stay alive at least a little bit.
Okay, is it can't as in plot armor, or is it can't as in I shouldn't make that choice?
Make the choice. It's not going to happen. Plot armor, because I need them to make it to the end of the campaign.
Okay, so valid, so fair. That's why I wanted to ask.
So, okay, there's something that you want, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like elaborate or?
No.
Cool. So this is gonna be a really boring conversation, is what
Oh,
I'm
I'm
learning.
bored to tears already. So I'm just going to ignore you, but
Awesome.
you should be used to that. Anyways,
I don't think you've met me.
you have met the puzzle master before.
Right, but you don't have a great understanding of my personality if you think that I'm ignored a lot. Like, if anything, I'm criticized for being too difficult to ignore. So we're stealing the color from people, like that's our play here.
You think what you want. And they pull out a book and just sit there. Have reading to do. Have fun.
I want to put a poison spike through this person's hand.
Go ahead. Roll for it.
Hey, Nox, crazy question.
Yes.
So they're like sitting down watching us.
They're not even watching anymore. They pulled out a book.
I want to analyze the body language they have when they're sitting down. I want to see if it is at all similar to what I saw with Benjamin Hunter.
And I would like to see if Eddie is cold.
Eddie is freezing. Assess the situation, Mel.
All right,
Julie,
is this technically before a combat? Because if it's
this is before a combat.
Yay!
Including my danger. This isn't. I don't think I unleashed my power. Right. This is an additional
Yeah,
plus
you
2.
can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 14.
Whoa!
The poison goes through, and you hear a yell as this being bursts into puzzle pieces.
Okay. We're learning.
So the
so that's gonna
object,
be
like the stylus, is that gone too?
Yes.
that's
I
gonna be
would
a
like-
10 from me.
I would like to attempt to channel heat into Eddie.
Okay, you roll for that while I adjust what Sasha's doing.
Okay.
Sasha,
Okay.
God damn it. Yes.
I am my father's child. What can I say?
Not an overwhelming success, but still a 10.
Eddie won't warm up as much heat as you channel. And then all of a sudden, they start to burn up. But still, there's no color. And as they burn up, flames erupt from Eddie, striking the room around. Earth collapses, and you are all in different places from each other.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is anything happening to my tattoo?
it's fading.
Do I feel it fading, or is it just visible?
It feels cold.
Okay.
All right, so Rory is with Eddie. Sasha is with Maristella. Vi and Rail Spike are alone. Well, no, that's not true. Sorry. Rail Spike is with Jordan. Vi is alone. Hazel is alone. Everyone starts hearing screams.
I think Vi is going to attempt. Vi doesn't have flying. Vi can't fly. Vi's movement is Vi's movement. Um, so I'm gonna try to move towards the screaming.
Okay, go ahead. What's everyone doing?
Sasha is not leaving Maristella, so I think that they just sort of crouch down by her. Is there any sort of way that I can analyze what kind of powers or magic is going on here, since I have a lot of experience with magic?
I will let you roll that while we check with the others. Go ahead and roll assess the situation while I check
Heck
with the
yeah,
others.
my favorite roll, baby. And this is technically before combat, right?
Yes, it's before combat. Goddamn it.
So
Mary, what's Hazel doing?
All right, so Hazel's alone right now.
Hazel is alone.
I think that she feels incredibly alone. Like her power set, like what's she gonna do? Technology, the ground? That's not gonna work. So I think in this moment, she's gonna kind of. Her uncle would talk through different mantras to try and see and unlock her potential, is kind of how he talked about it. I think she's gonna hone in and see if any weird freak thing can happen. Just I'm just gonna try something. Like we're at a standstill. I'm gonna try something.
Do you want to roll something specific or do you want to do odds or evens?
I'll do odds or evens.
Which one?
I think we're gonna do odds.
Okay. So really quick, Skylar, what is that odd doing?
I think Zeta's checking on Jordan first. They're starting to gray out.
Yeah, they don't even seem to register it. She's like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Jordan, in this case, will be played by a cat.
Okay. Towards towards source of screaming then, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go in the order I remember. Okay. So we're going to start with Sin. Eddie, you're trying to warm Eddie. Eddie burnt. And then seems fine. It's still gray, but it seems fine. I'm sorry that we need to go. We need to keep moving.
piggyback.
I don't even have that energy to argue with you, sure, and just backpack climbs on as
And
they tell you to head towards the screams.
We're gonna Nova Burn.
All right, go ahead. Sasha was assessing the situation.
Yes, I am trying to see if I can do anything about what's going on. I got an 11.
Okay,
So we haven't
It's-
gotten the fun one yet.
we're getting to it. It's there's not much you can do, but you know Maristella's not dying.
Okay, okay.
You do know though, her powers are getting a lot weaker, and it seems like something else is using them.
Okay, I can't help
And she's
you right
conscious. She's talking. She's like, "We have to go.
now. I know,
We
I
have to
know.
go.
We're going.
Help me up."
Hey, take my hand. I've got you. You're okay.
I knew you'd find me.
I always will.
Help me up. And she kind of uses your support, and goes, "We need to find the screaming."
Yeah. How do you feel about a flight?
That would be awesome.
And
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it.
yeah, Hecate is going to sort of scoop her up, kind of like bridal style, and is going to channel the air around them and is going to fly towards. I think that. How damaged is the ground around?
It's mainly that you just can't get past because you were in a tunnel. So essentially,
Yeah.
you can't get past the wall, but everything else is relatively stable. I mean, as stable as a dirt tunnel can be.
As if it's as stable as a dirt tunnel can be, we're flying, baby.
All right, you are all flying. You you feel like you're being pulled. And you
I'll
are you gonna
let it
follow that
happen.
pull?
Yeah, I let it happen.
And you're walking and walking, and the screams get louder until they stop, and you just hear collective as you get closer, and you see your uncle in Hyperion. Hazel, Metamorphosis, you.
And I just run up.
Yeah. There's a barrier that like pushes you back. Not like an actual physical barrier, but you can do it.
Okay. Um, can I see, is it like some sort of tech thing going on? Is it magic-y?
It's magic-y, but you get the feeling that tech can still get through. I mean, lots of things shut down when certain things happen. I'm gonna leave that up to you as you figure that out while we go to the next person. Jilly, you successfully use your spikes, and you can't climb over necessarily, but you can climb around the area to where you hear screamings. And then you see a figure standing in front of you. Audrey Evans,
Odds.
you see, what does this person look like? What did I make them look like?
A person.
You see someone with red hair and glasses. No, it's not me thinking, Sasha.
Oh, my
This
mom.
hasty kind of looking, but kind of like a strong built white guy standing in front of you with headphones on.
Is it Judgment?
Doesn't look like Judgment the way you've seen them.
Judgment wears headphones. Judgment is headphones.
Judgment is headphones, but you also know this, they're not dressed like Judgment. Their hair is not as vibrant as Judgment. And you wouldn't think they were Judgment
But I just did think they were Judgment.
until they raise their hand at you, like kind of numbly looking, and you once again are back in the place, that moment where you met Sasha's mom. And then it shatters as if it wasn't a strong connection. And you can hear the real Judgment screaming down the hall as this illusion shatters into puzzle pieces.
Okay. I think Violet goes to where Judgment is screaming. That seems like an immediate problem.
And we'll get to that. Skylar, what is it at? And Jordan, you're running.
Um, man, I mean, just trying to go in that direction. I'm not exactly sure. The space is very magical, and Zara doesn't really do magic. So I mean, I think the best that they could like try is basically like, I don't know, maybe try and like power armor through it, like maybe do like a big jump in that direction.
You do. And you hear 3 voices screaming, as does Violet. We're gonna get back to you two at the end. Rory, you get to a group of people behind a barrier, and Eddie starts pounding at the barrier as you recognize some of the people behind it as people that were missing from Hunter. You don't recognize, actually, you're Rory. You don't know people.
Now,
Eddie recognizes these people.
I do feel like I have to ask a question.
Go ahead and ask the question. You can do it quickly.
Because I did my burn
Mm-hmm.
and I missed. Do I mark potential when that happens?
God damn it, yes you do. Okay.
Okay. On your bright side, I also mark 3 conditions.
Thank you.
Do I choose those?
I will let you choose those.
So, Rory is angry, guilty, and insecure.
Aww.
You see a woman staring at you, and then you see another figure. And that figure goes, her choice is coming now. She has to choose now. As Eddie is slamming themselves, and you see sparks flying as Eddie is slamming themselves against this barrier, screaming for you to help them. Do something! Help me!
I'm really sick and tired of being funneled down one direction. And Rory is going to. I question, would it be a foolhardy action to try to pierce this barrier?
You can do what you want, bestie, but we're going to the next person as that
Okay.
happens. As you hear Eddie yell, Quinn!
Fired up.
And we go to the next person. And we go to Sasha, who has arrived with Maricela at the Screaming People on their end. You arrive at the Screaming People, and you suddenly, at the same time as everyone else, you hear just the stop of the screaming and a collective gasp. And then you hear people arguing. Will you stop trying to punch the barrier? It's not going to work. I'm sorry, excuse me, but I'm not going to take advice from someone with a tacky ass outfit that can't get their shit together, okay? Maybe if you would actually do something, well, at least I'm doing something other than stealing people's fucking wallets, lady.
Mom?
Sasha, Hecate. And now you get it.
They can't see anything as they're like flying in. They hear a line of someone stealing wallets. That's their mom. They land very gingerly, set Maristella down, run over to the barrier. Mom? Mom!
Help me break this.
How do I break it?
I
Just
don't know. I've been trying to break it for a while.
okay,
Just-
okay.
I
We
don't-
can figure it out. We can figure it
Figure
out.
it out.
I
Figure
am
it out.
made of magic. I can break this fucking barrier. And I am going to channel every single bit of control over the molecules of existence that I have, and I am going to try to tear this barrier apart piece by piece, atom by atom.
And we're gonna go to the next person. Hazel. What tech does Hazel have?
She just has what's on her person. I think she probably has some sort of uh I think her idea is maybe to somehow try and shock the barrier, or what I'm going to say is Hazel thinks she's trying to shock the barrier.
Go ahead and roll for that really quick. As we, no, I'll everyone who's trying to break a barrier right now, roll for it really quick.
What do we roll? Unleash your powers?
Unleash your powers.
Fantastic. I love unleashing my powers. It's my favorite.
You have to do it really quick though.
I'm rolling. The dice. Oh, I dropped my dice. Hold on.
That's a 15.
Rory, you said you were going to try to burn the barrier.
I'm like powering up myself to go in physically to break it.
This anger is burning at you. Eddie is screaming and crying, Quinn, River, help me. Rory, do something. And as they yell for Rory to do something, you slam your fist and the barrier kind of shatters into puzzle pieces and everything is on fire as you break this barrier. Mary, would you roll?
I rolled a 11 for a 10.
You take this tech and you see your uncle, and he steps back with some people. You can do it. And you put your tech out against where this barrier is, and everything, you can feel your hair standing up, and like it feels like it burns along your arms as electricity flies everywhere, and then you're able to step forward and finally hug your uncle. All right, Sasha.
I got a lucky number 13.
You are made of magic, and you take this thing apart, atom by atom. And Maristella just stands back and watches as your mother is punching, and then collapses into your arms.
Hey, it's okay. We did it. We did it.
And then there's Vi. As you run towards where Judgment is screaming, you reach essentially a podium, and there's 3 puzzle masters, and there are 3 people in chairs tied up. There's Judgment. There is someone who opens their mouth. It's time, Violet. And you recognize that as the world. And there is an unknown woman next to the world, looking at him with love, a sword strapped to her side. And one of the puzzle masters speaks out. So, which one is it? And the one behind Judgment holds up Five's wand. The one behind the woman raises their hands, and electricity is sparking from their fingers. And the one behind the man you don't know has the wand. The one behind Judgment is about to portal away
About to
with
portal, you said?
Judgment.
Okay. I think Violet makes very deliberate eye contact with each of them, and she knows Judgment the best, so she starts with Judgment. Because I think she wants to know what Judgment thinks.
Judgment is scared. And you can tell Judgment doesn't think that you'll be able to get him back.
Okay. Um, the world, so the vibe I've gotten from the world is like this is inevitable, this is your moment. Is that the vibe that I'm still getting?
The world seems calm except when they look at the woman next to him.
What about Sword?
She looks tired and scared, and she's staring not at you, but in a different direction, as you can't see, but Zara and Jordan, you can see what's going on as you're
So
going down the
are they
tunnels.
behind me? I would assume she's staring behind me.
It's kind of like there's multiple tunnels. They're in a completely different tunnel where you wouldn't see them,
Okay. She's looking at somebody else.
but she looks scared. Your actions have consequences, Violet. So let's see which consequences you cause.
Judgment. Sorry, you wanted to like finish, right?
Very well. And they cut the rope holding Judgment and shove them off the podium.
One
And
thing to know about me, I always pick what's in my best interest.
Judgment looks at you. That was the wrong call.
Everyone's a fucking critic.
Skylar,
Mhm.
who does Rail Spike run for?
I think Railspike is making eye contact with the Four Swords, right?
No, Four Swords was looking your direction, but not at you.
Okay.
The world
Mhm.
is.
In that case, yeah. I mean, I think Zara, of course, like, does not want to choose between two lives, obviously, but sees the world and is like, oh, fuck. I wish this choice was harder, but I know that we need you. So that guy, I have to keep the world turning.
You run towards the world as Jordan bursts forward, flying through the air, and tackles the woman in the chair to grab her. And Vi, you watch as Sada races towards the world. The portal that was behind Judgment gets larger. Golden chains wrap around Railspike and the world as the puzzle master pulls them inside. The other puzzle masters dissolve into pieces.
I think Vi turns to Judgment and says, historically, we can fix dead. I can't fix fucked off somewhere else.
You made the wrong choice.
I think Vi walks away. Vi is done.
The world disappears. The other puzzle masters explode into puzzle pieces. The barriers break. And then the tunnels start to collapse. Oh, one last thing. The panel opens and we see 3 split images. And simultaneously, the stars dim into gray and then collapse as Jordan, Eddie, and Maristella fall to the ground, screaming, shaking the tunnels as dirt starts to fall, and then they pass out. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you had a lovely session. And we're going to go around and introduce our lovely, lovely cast, who's probably very mad at me. I'm sorry. And we're going to start with Sin.
Hello, I am Sin, Synthetic20, Asynthetic20 on Twitter if you're still at the dumpster fire. I always need to bring up my schedule to know what's happening. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central, I am going to be over on Exquisite Corpse Presents, doing a game of Doll.bod, where I am playing an undying healer that sacrifices themselves to keep their friends on their feet. So that's going to be fun. On the 3rd, I am going to be over on Singularity Roleplay doing a game investigation of Site 117 something or other. Alan's going to kill me for not knowing the name. But I am also playing a character that dies and comes back. Are you sensing a pattern? Because on the 6th, I'm going to be over on Lost Caravan RPG. They are doing a week where old characters from previous campaigns come back, and I am going to be bringing a character back from the dead that died at the end of their campaign. And that's going to be a lot of fun too. And there's other stuff that's coming up, but I'll talk about it in future weeks because obviously you all want to catch every episode of Masks, so I don't want to inundate you with the same information over and over again. But other than that, I have just came out this week Planescape Archive. Uh, like all information, if anybody is still playing Dungeons and Dragons after WotC's recent WotCing, then it actually is number 2 on the DMs Guild on their hottest titles list. For a brief point, for the briefest star's glimpse, I was the top spot on the DMs Guild on the hottest items, and then it was taken back over by a Strahd supplement because it's spooky month. It's fine. I'm not bitter.
Boo.
Uh but I think that's everything. Oh, I'm doing play tests for my system. So if you are interested in hearing more about that, follow me on social media. As I get updates, I will bring them to the masses. And that's the end of me. On to Jilly.
Speaking of me, I am the masses. Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly most places on the internet. Today I have been Vi, who is once again going through it. And true story, I forgot that what I was going to do was have Vi volunteer to take someone's place to be like a second person so I could free 2 people. And I just had a pain flare and completely forgot because my brain is soup. So that's unfortunate for me, but now you all know. Um, Also, standing by Vi's feelings of judgment sucks. Hashtag fuck judgment. So,
You
um,
can't say that to me when I told you who Judgment's based off of.
I mean, you didn't tell me, but also hashtag fuck judgment. Um, so, hi. Um, I am on the internet doing things. You can find me here on Saturdays playing Masks with Nox. You can find me on Fridays on Exquisite Corpse Presents playing Ready Set Bake in Kel's Kitchen, where I play Muriel, who is a retired librarian. We are doing a fancy fast food challenge this week, which I'm really excited about. Also, we're recording it on Thursday, but I'm reasonably sure it's not airing on Thursday. I think it's a pre record. But for Exquisite Corpse, I will be running a game of The Witch is Dead, which is when a bunch of familiars have to go avenge the death of their person in order to resurrect them. It's going to be super fun and lolsy and a good time. Also, I'm sure there's more things that I've forgotten about. I am also an editor and a writer, and you can find me on the internet ready to edit and write all of your TTRPG or academic things. You can find more information about that on my Linktree or on my Twitter. Um, also, I do a lot of theater, and also, I'm currently learning ASL and always looking to practice with people. So, if you would like to have an ASL practice date, I am a beginner, but I am very excited. Um, I think that's probably all that's me. I'm filled with like latent Vi rage, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on to Mary.
All right. Hi everybody. I'm Mary. You can find me on socials at Nerd on Wheels 15 or the Nerd on Wheels. Uh, the just as a hint, the good apps are the Nerd on Wheels. So clutch. But you can catch me, of course, here Saturday nights. You can also find me next Tuesday, or I guess this coming Tuesday, is the finale of a 3-part one shot I have been running over on 2000 Tales Roleplay of Die Laughing. It is going to be a clash of 2 monsters. We've got Killer Kevin, the slasher with crazy weapons, against Mr. Jingles, the fucking clown. This is the name of the monster in the book. But our players are going to be facing off against 2 monsters. It's going to be crazy culmination of a awesome 3-parter. Then we've got on the 27th, Friday the 27th, over on Exquisite Corpse is Don't Rest Your Head. It's going to be a spooky game about people that can't sleep at night. It's going to be crazy. Then on Monday the 30th, you can catch me over on Lost Caravan for a one shot of Besson. It's going to be a New England cult, I guess, plot set in like the early Victorian era with creepy monsters. I'm hoping there's going to be some sort of New England cryptid in there just because that's the kind of person I am, but we'll see how that goes. And then I've got other stuff in November, like Recall Week, and that's all my little brain can remember right now. We'll go on to Skylar.
Hi, I am Skylar K. Swift. I was playing Zara/Rail Spike this evening. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats, and you can find my games for free at Skylar K. Swift on itch.io. Thanks for having me.
All right. Very quick question for Mary. Is it a fucking clown or is it a fucking clown?
I think the title is That Fucking Clown, with a couple of like exclamation point at
Okay.
the end of it in the
Okay.
title.
That was going to be a
And it is
very
the
different
dancing
kind of
clown
horror.
image
It's
that
like,
everyone
is it
thinks
it
of.
or it follows?
Exactly. So, hi, I am Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic, some variation on the social medias. You can find me here every Saturday playing masks. Sasha has also died to fit in with Sin's character theme and is not very happy about it. But that's fine. Everything's great. You can also find me on the Bardic Inspiration Network every other Monday and Wednesday for our Tales of Exandria games. They are super fun. If you need a little bit more of the world of Exandria in your life, we have it for you. It is just as chaotic, just as stressful, just as fun, and just as gay. So come check us out. It's great. It's a great time. I play a variety of characters with a varying spectrum of bloodlust. And we also currently have our mini-series inspired by Baldur's Gate 3 going on. So that is super fun. It is called Absolute Defiance, if that gives you a little bit of a snapshot into what it is about. I think that's all I have to promo, so I'm going to end it here before I talk too much.
And I am Nox, your benevolent overlord. And I I just gotta look for saying I'm benevolent. I think I am. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm Nox. The pronouns are she, her, hers, and I hope everyone had a fun time watching the campaign. It was really fun to put together. I think that this week I'm on Exquisite Course Presents for the game, but I am Monday. I'm there Monday for Regicide. I'm gonna do murder. It's gonna be great.
Woo!
It's a Merc Word game, and I am a wretched royal who's going to kill a wretched royal, and it's going to be fun if I live. And at some point this week, I think my game for Liminal Horror will be coming out. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tired. I've been in 3 streams. I've been up since 4:30. I'm tired. I did take a nap, but still. Anyways, so the sleepiness is hitting. With that said, I also will start playing a game on Wednesday. It's Monster of the Week game inspired by Ghostbusters. So you should go check that out. Please give me your money and join my campaigns. With that said, also you should go check out all these lovely people and their things. I've seen some of Skylar's games. I've seen some of Sin's supplement. So you should definitely go check out those things. And we will see you all next week. Well, most of us will see you next week. We're rating Exquisite Course Presents. Good night.
Woo!
Sleepiness.